us discuss a few numerical problems here. First, the problem that we discuss here is show that F vector field equal to xi plus yj cap is a conservative vector field. Find the corresponding potential, and you also have to show that F vector represents a source. Now, first, to prove that it is a conservative vector field, you have to show that curl of F is equal to 0. So, you will write the corresponding components of the del operator, and then you will write down the operator's components of the F vector, and then you see del y of 0, then the other is del z of y, and del z of x, del x of again 0, then del x of y minus del y of x. So, if you see that all the terms will give you 0. Now, to show, find the corresponding potential phi. We know that phi is equal to integral of d phi, and which can be written as f dot dr, because we know f is equal to grad phi. F can be expressed as grad phi. Now, obviously, we instead of using grad phi, we have written it as minus grad phi. When we use the definition of f, we use minus grad phi, which is just a convention. So, here there will be minus sign. Now, we just substitute the value. So, f is xi plus yj cap, dot dr is I dx plus j dy. If you now do the dot product, then you will get, it is not visible, it will be x dx plus y dy. So, what do you get is, you get minus x dx will be x square by 2, and y dy integral will be y square by 2, and hence we get the potential to be this particular term, which is minus x square by 2 plus y square by 2 plus c. Okay. So, now the next part of the question is, you have to prove that it represents a source field. So, what is the definition for a source field? Divergence of f must be greater than equal to 0, that is, it must be positive. So, divergence is I del x plus j del y plus k del z dot product with the given force field, which is x I cap plus y j cap. So, del x of x plus del y of y, that will be equal to 1 plus 1, oh, it's not visible, 1 plus 1 equal to 2, which is greater than equal to 0. That means it is a source field. Let us now come to the next problem. In the next problem, it is given that A and B are irrotational. That is, the first one is if A vector and B vector are irrotational, show that A cross B is solenoidal. So, it's given that A and B are irrotational, that means curl of A is equal to 0 and curl of B is also equal to 0. That is the definition of irrotational vector fields. Now, let us calculate what is A cross B. So, A cross B, we know that we will be calculating this determinant. So, components of A are Ax, Ay, Az, components of B are Bx, By, Bz. Now, carefully open up this. So, I cap will be equal to Ay Bz minus Az By, J cap will be equal to Az Bx minus Ax Bz, plus K cap will be equal to Ax By minus Ay Bx. Now, what is divergence of curl of B? Because we have to prove divergence of a vector equal to 0 for it to be solenoidal. So, we know that divergence will be del x of the first component over above there, del y of the second component, and del z of the last component. Now, what we do is here, there will be so many terms. So, let us take out terms one by one. So, first I write down, let us say, operate the del x on bz. So ay I keep as this is, del x operates on bz. There will be another term where del ay will be constant and del z will operate on bx. So that's the last term shown over there. So I write that term first. And then I keep az constant here, and then it will be del x of by, and that will be negative term. And the next term, that is the del y of bx, that will be a positive term. So we write first del y of bx, then minus del x of by. And now we will collect ax terms. So ax term will be del by of del x, del z, and del y of bz. There is a mistake earlier, we will correct it later. So bz, and now we will do the same thing with the bz, bx and by terms. So if we just take the bz, collect the bz terms first, then we get these two terms. So it will be del x of ay minus del y of ax. Now if you collect the by terms, then we will get del z of ax minus del x of az. And similarly we collect the bx terms. I hope sometimes I am saying x and y irreversibly, but I hope the things are clear over here. Now if we look into the term, this term is actually z component of curl of A. Look very carefully, this term is the z component of curl of A. This is the y component of curl of A, and this is the x component of curl of A. And the z component of curl of A is multiplied with the z component of B. So we know that z components are gets multiplied when we are taking the divergences. And what about the terms above? The terms above are again curl of a B vector, but if you look carefully, those terms, the signs are reversed. Signs are reversed over there. So here there is a earlier I wrote it bit incorrect. So this term will be actually del z of by. And if it is del z of by, then if you look around that term, that will be negative curl of, so now the second term will be negative curl of z component. Similarly, the first one will be negative curl of B of y component. So similarly, now you can just prove yourself. These can be written as divergence of A cross B can be written as this. So now you know that curl of A is 0 and curl of B is 0 because they were given to be rotational. Therefore, we can write divergence of A cross B is equal to 0. So that is A cross B is a solenoidal vector field. Okay. Now another problem. If B is a constant vector field and A vector is given to be B cross R, where R is equal to xi by j plus zk, then you have to show that A is solenoidal, and further you have to show B is equal to half of curl of A. So first we calculate B cross R. As B is a constant, these B1, B2, B3, these are all constants. Okay. If B vector is a constant, then its components will also be a constant. So that means derivatives of B1, B2, B3 with respect to x, y, z will be a 0. So now if you calculate the cross product, then what do we get? We get these terms. Okay, now what we will calculate is, we will calculate the divergence of A. Why? Because first part of the problem is to show A vector is a solenoidal. So for that you will calculate divergence of A, which is del x of the first term, del y of the second term above, and del z of the third term above. Now when you take del z of first, it will be 0, del y of next will be 0, and so on. So hence we prove that divergence of A is equal to 0. Now for the next part, let us first calculate divergence of A, curl of A. So for calculating curl of A, this is your A vector. It is given in the question. So just write the x component of the A vector, and then del y y component of the A vector, and del z z component of the A vector. Now if you carefully do this integral, then you will see that it will be I cap b1 plus b1, j cap b2 plus b2, plus k cap b3 plus b3. Here it is again not visible. So if you just take them together, it will give you 2b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap, that is 2b cap b vector. So 2b vector is equal to curl of A, hence b vector is equal to half of curl of A. Hence we prove the desired expression.